Yo, what's going on YouTube? Entrepreneurship. Should you become an entrepreneur? Well, do you like working for yourself? Do you like being independent? Or do you like leading a team? Do you like being in charge? When you did group projects in school, did you like to be the one leading and, directing? Were you one of the kids in the group projects who would overachieve and kind of take on more weight than maybe you were needed? Maybe that was required from you, but you were just so invested because you knew since your name was attached to it, it had to be good, it had to be right. Do you like the idea of being self-made, of turning something into nothing, turning nothing into something? These are some of the things you want to think about, and these are some of the things that kind of I noticed about myself, and that kind of gave me that nudge to just pull the trigger on entrepreneurship and working for myself. And I'd be lying if I said it was as easy as a 9-to-5 job. But I would say it's worth it. I would definitely say that it is worth it. You know what I mean? It's definitely worth it, because I just had it in me. I just had it in me since I was a kid. I think it started when I was a kid. My dad, maybe when I was like 9 years old, my dad set me to sell products for him. So he used to sell oils and incense and a couple other like little things, and he would set up a table outside, right on the sidewalk, like like those vendors you see, those street vendors. And he would set me to run the store like a couple days out of the week. And at the end of the day, so I would sell stuff, I would collect the money, and I didn't know anything about business, man. I was just a kid. I didn't know a thing about business. All I know is dad said do this. So I'm like, okay. I did it with him at first, of course. And then then he would just set me to do it by myself. And at the end of the day, he'd come, he'd be like, all right, how much did we make? And, he would take some money. And I think he might've gave me like 10%, maybe 15%. I want to say 20, but I don't know if he would. I don't know that he went that crazy, but yeah, I'd make anywhere from 10 to 20% of the profits. So if we sold 100, I might get $10 to $20 out of the $100. And I didn't even have any concept of money at this point. I didn't know what $10 was. You know what I mean? I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything. So I literally just saved. I literally just saved my money. And I remember I always had this goal, like, man, I really want to save up $100. Like, I want to hit that 100 mark. And I remember when I was around $80, $90, this is how I knew, man, I didn't know at the time, but when I think back, I'm like, man, I really had this entrepreneur mindset. I remember I needed like $90 something to purchase a bulk order of more oils and incense that I was just gonna sell for myself, separate from my dad. Like, I was ready to branch off and just start doing my own thing, because he had slowed down with it. So I was like, okay, let me do my own bulk order and sell my own stuff. I remember needing like $90 something, and I ended up not getting it. I ended up not getting that extra bit of money. By that time, again, my dad slowed down you know, he basically stopped completely selling his own stuff. I forgot, he got into something else, got into a different product, but you know, I just had no way to earn money, and I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to just ask for the money. And yeah, that was kind of the end of my entrepreneurial journey until many years later, when I decided to pick it back up again. And yeah, I think, you know, that kind of planted the seeds. So that kind of planted the seeds of entrepreneurship, and I got to give credit to my dad for kind of instilling that in me. Shout out to my dad. Dad, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that lesson, planting those seeds. So yeah, just want to get on here and give you guys some motivation, let you guys know that it is possible, and it's not without trial and error. Just like anything, it's not without trial and error. Again, I refer to this example a lot. A baby trying to walk, you know, every baby you see who tries to walk, they fall, and then they get back up, and then they fall, and then they get back up, and then they, you know, so on and so forth until they get it. And that determination and that courage to keep getting back up after failing so many times is what sets the successful people apart from the unsuccessful people. So if you haven't succeeded yet, and if you have succeeded in your entrepreneurial pursuits, then you know that to be true. If you haven't succeeded yet, then keep getting back up. Keep getting back up. You know what I mean? As many times as you fall is as many times you're gonna need to get back up. And you will be successful. Keep at it. Stay strong, stay positive, stay optimistic. Keep praying on it. You know what I mean? Keep meditating. And, you know, don't just let it be lip service. Let there be lip service, and at a point, let there be actions behind your lip service. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. Some people have overnight success, and that's cool. Not everybody has that same journey, that same story. Everybody has a different journey, a different story. You know what I mean? Mine is mine, yours is yours, theirs is theirs. Maybe there could be some similarities, but everyone's different, man. Everyone's different. They say comparison is the thief of joy. So just be mindful when you're comparing yourself to different people. Some people might say, you know, oh, I'm too old, you know, oh, so-and-so did it at this point, or especially with social media, man. I hear that too often with people, you know, oh, I'm too old, I can't get on social media, like, oh, I can't start a YouTube channel, like, well, I'm old, oh, I can't do this. It's like there's literally no age to this stuff, man. And especially with social media, it's so new that it's just still so new, and it's so fresh, even though, like, it's not new, right? But it's new enough, if that makes sense. It's new enough that it's not super mainstream. Like, if you think about it, how many people do you know personally who are content creators? So that right there could tell you alone how saturated it really is. And maybe you know a lot of content creators, cool, but how many people are you? There's literally only one you. So just remember that, man. Every fingerprint is different. Just because somebody else is doing it one way doesn't mean you can't take that, you know, doesn't mean you can't do something and add your own flair to it. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to do vlogs and there's a gajillion vloggers. That doesn't mean your vlogs, you know what I mean? Your vlogs is going to have your twist on it. Workout content, you know what I mean? Yours is going to have your twist on it, whether it be, you know, so many different types of content you can make. Eating videos, inspirational videos, relationship, like, you know, a family channel. Family channels are getting big. A podcast, you know what I mean? yeah, there's a lot of people doing it, but no one's gonna do it how you do it. So get out there, start creating content, put one foot in front of the other, and you're gonna be successful. You got this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.